Are you in chronic pain? If so, you're not alone. My name's David, and I'm going to walk you through a process not to just manage your pain, but to help you recover from it. Welcome to Shift My Pain. Chronic pain is a hidden epidemic. It's been estimated by researchers that 20% of the entire population of the United States, Canada, Australia, the European Union has been diagnosed with chronic pain during some part of their life. That's a lot of people. It's 1 in every 5. What if you're a veteran? I'm a veteran, and I noticed that in my community, the numbers seem to be higher. Research plays that out. It shows that among the veterans community, it's about 33%, or 1 in 3 people. What are the numbers there? Well, in 2023, it was estimated that 15.8 million people in the United States were veterans. Now, a third of that is over 5 million people. That's a lot of people suffering with chronic pain. What about combat veterans? We've just ended about 20 years of horrors in Iraq and Afghanistan. If you look at members of the special operations community, combat veterans, you start seeing numbers well over half of those people are suffering from chronic pain. Why would that be? Partially, it's because chronic pain is inherently related to trauma. In other cases, you get other reasons. We're going to go into that on this channel. What about survivors of sexual assault? Well, sexual assault survivors are somewhere between the numbers for veterans and the numbers for combat veterans. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. We need to do something to help our community, not just manage pain, but recover from it. Now, can we do that? Are you stuck in chronic pain forever? No, you're not. How do I know that? Because I was, and I found a way out of it. I can help you find a way out of it. Sometimes you're going to find that your doctor doesn't know what you're talking about. Why is that? Don't you go to a doctor to get well? Well, what are doctors trained in? They're trained in the up-to-date theory of medicine at the time they went to medical school. If you've got a good doctor, they keep up. They learn new things. What does modern medicine say about chronic pain? The answer is not quite enough. The modern theory of pain does not have a good answer for chronic pain. Modern medical theory knows exactly how normal pain works. You prick yourself in the finger, nociceptors at the end of your nervous system send signals up your spinal cord into your brain. We know how that works. Researchers have traced out every little chemical interaction, every protein chain. You can look it up on Wikipedia. The information's all there. Nociceptive pain is very well understood. If you damage the nervous system itself, so-called neuropathic pain, it's pretty well understood. But modern pain theory has a real gap, a hole, with chronic pain in general, and especially when it becomes embedded in the body. Other authors and researchers have talked about how pain, and especially associated with trauma, becomes embedded in the body. Do we know how that works? No. We have a name for it. It's called nociplastic pain. That doesn't tell us much. Modern theory of pain kind of leaves it there, and most doctors will prescribe a drug to you. They'll try to knock the pain down. We know that has consequences. We know the side effects aren't good. We know that opioid addiction is not probably a path you want to walk. And yet, you get tired of being in chronic pain. It wears you down. It wears you down over the years. You get sick of it. And you want it to be done. Well, there are ways of dealing with chronic pain, but it takes a bit of effort. The shift method is that effort. It defines a path that you can walk, a series of steps that you can take a little bit every day until you break chronic pain, until it goes away entirely. I woke up one morning and for the first time in 30 years, I was not in pain. That was a good thing. It was a good day. I enjoyed that day, and you know what? I've enjoyed almost every day since. To this day, I am not in pain. The pain has not returned. My life is good again. I get to participate in life again. I get to enjoy time with friends and family. Do you want that back? Let's talk about the shift method. SHIFT is an acronym. The S stands for the stories that we tell ourselves. Why is that important? It's important because there is a psychological element to pain. The stories you tell yourself, the relationship that you have with your body, does have an impact. But it is not all in your head. Let me say that again. Chronic pain is not all in your head. It embeds itself in the way your nervous system, especially in your spinal cord, parts of your brain, decide to continue to react over the course of time. So stories and the way that we see ourselves is incredibly important, is a keystone of the shift method. But chronic pain is not all in your head. We have to address the way it's embedded itself in your body. It brings us to H. H are the habits that you have, the habits that you spend every day doing. The shift method is going to introduce you to some new habits. And it's going to help you develop a set of habits that will lead you out of the path of chronic pain. I is for insight. It always helps to have a mental model of what's happening to you, to understand your pain a little bit better, to understand the mechanisms that other people have used to escape its clutches. So we're going to give you some insight. F, of course, is for fitness. No doubt you've been told since you were first introduced to a doctor, eat well and exercise, right? If you want to be fit, you've got to eat well and exercise. But you might find if you're in chronic pain that many exercises kick you into a flare-up. That's not particularly helpful. It sets you back. Puts you farther away from your goal of breaking free of it. So for fitness, we want to introduce a number of gentle exercises. They're not only good for your mind and your body, but they're going to slowly lead you down the path away from chronic pain. We're also going to talk about diet. What you eat is important. So fitness is both exercises for your body, exercises for your mind, and also what you put in your mouth. The T in shift is for team. It's hard to walk this path alone. I tried it for a lot of years, wasn't particularly effective. Your team comes in two aspects. You've got your professional support team, your doctors, your massage therapists, your physical trainers, all the people that help you, whether they're in the medical profession or the alternative medical community or somebody else. Then there's your community, your friends and your family. Maybe you don't have enough friends. Maybe you don't have enough family. There's still somebody out there willing to help you. I am willing to help you. Together, we can lead you out of chronic pain. The shift method, stories, habits, insight, fitness, and team can shift you from where you are to being free of chronic pain. If that sounds good to you, and you're willing to put a little bit of work in, if you're willing to challenge yourself to get better, so that you too can wake up one day and not be in chronic pain, come on this journey with me. Let's see what happens. It can only be good for you. See you there.